Oh, didn't see you there. Hi, I'm your host, Esteban Polaris, and this is the 2014 This Week in Santa Clarita Year in Review. This episode, we're going to take a look back at all the special events that happened in Santa Clarita. Let's take a look.
I'm Lauren Sapa with This Week in Santa Clarita, and today I'm standing on Main Street in the newly revitalized Old Town Newhall, where this afternoon, riders from the Amgen Tour of California will begin to line up for the Stage 6 start before racing toward the finish line at Mount High North. The city of Santa Clarita was the Stage 6 and Stage 7 start for the Amgen Tour of California. 2014 marks the sixth time that Santa Clarita will be the center of the cycling world, and this year we're making history as the first city ever to host two stage starts. Known as the largest cycling event in America, the Amgen Tour of California is a Tour de France-style cycling road race. This competitive race challenges the world's top professional cycling teams as they ride along a demanding course from Northern California to Southern California. Cyclists from around the world sped off through the city using the popular Old Town Newhall Roundabout on Friday, May 16th, before making their way up to Mountain High North. On Saturday, May 17th, riders returned to Santa Clarita for the Stage 7 start at Westfield Valencia Town Center before racing toward Pasadena. Cycling enthusiasts got to meet the teams up close and personal at each start as they signed for autographs and rider jerseys. Fans also had the opportunity to meet the Tour de France winner and Olympic gold medalist Sir Bradley Wiggins, who ended up winning the 2014 Amgen Tour of California.
So right now we're at the 21st Annual City of Santa Clarita Cowboy Festival presented by Logix Federal Credit Union. Today we're going to see some of the sights and sounds of the festival and talk to some of the people that help make it happen.
Well, we've got perfect weather today and we have wonderful crowds. This is just the perfect weekend for Cowboy here in Santa Clarita, and I'm enjoying it.
And describe the talent level of the musicians that are here that come every year. It seems like we get top flight musicians.
We have the top musicians in this genre of music in the nation, and that's why thousands and thousands of people come here from all over the United States, because you can't find a better location than the world-famous Melody Ranch right here in beautiful Santa Clarita, and the performers love it. It's very convenient, but it's 100 years old charming. And you just know that you're really in the right location with the right backdrop for the enjoyment of the food, the music, the shopping, which I happen to like too. And the kids have a good time, and it's wonderful.
What would you tell people from outside coming here about the significance of Western tradition in Santa Clarita?
Well, we're a friendly community and we value family, and our Western heritage is legendary around the nation. So I think if you want to see the roots of Santa Clarita and the roots of Western history and what early California was and the movie industry, this is the place to come to.
So right now I am joined with Festival Director for the Cowboy Festival, Mike Fleming. Mike, some challenges this year, but it looks like everything's working out great.
It's working out great, and we have very loyal fans, and they understand that this is Melody Ranch Motion Picture Studio, and that they're in the business of making movies. So that's what we're doing right now, is that we're accommodating a production that's come in here, and they're doing some building, so we're keeping people safe by, kind of cordoning those areas off. Great crowd today, incredible weather. Same great stages and performers and peach cobbler and the food, it's wonderful.
Just kind of walking around, you mentioned that we have some great fans that come back year after year. There's a camaraderie among the performers as well.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of these performers personally, and they're so gracious, and they're always quick to say that Santa Clarita's their favorite place to play. It's the venue, it's the way we treat our performers with respect. We know a lot of them come a long way to get here, and we're always so happy to have them here, and their fans love them. So yeah, they love coming to Melody Ranch and the Cowboy Festival.
And for those that might be new to cowboy music and maybe haven't been to the festival before, talk about the level and caliber of talent from the performers that this festival draws.
Well, it's a subculture of music. There's no mistake about it. But it has so much intrinsic value. It's a cultural music. It's not pop music. It's about a lifestyle. It's about ranching. It's about working with the land. It's the agrarian culture. And so there's an innate honesty that really appeals to people. You don't hear a lot of it on the radio. Nobody minds that. They just come here, they hear it live, and then they buy the CDs. And I've talked to people who say they wear out the CDs in their truck and at their home because it has an emotional value to them. It's a great genre of music.
And the musicianship itself is really off the charts.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some great musicians, great songwriters. That's the thing. These are story songs, so often, and well-told stories. Great poetry. But we have some players that are just amazing. Bruce Foreman of Cowboy is one of the preeminent bebop jazz guitarists in the country, and he puts on a cowboy hat and comes out here and plays just great swing. It's really wonderful stuff, and I encourage people to try it because it's new and it's different, and I guarantee that they're going to come away having enjoyed themselves.
So here we are at the 25th Annual Earth Arbor Day celebration, presented by the SEV family of water suppliers. There's a lot going on today. There's a lot of vendors, there's a lot of entertainment, and we're going to talk to some of the people that help make this happen. So right now, I am joined with Festival Director Jenny Shadle from the Arts and Events Division. Jenny, what do we have going on today?
We have a great day here at Central Park. Here at Earth Arbor Day, we have a lot going on. We have everything from free tree giveaways, free mulch, free compost, free ladybugs, a lot of free activities, and a fun day ahead.
And there's music going all day. Talk about some of the entertainment that we have.
We do have music on the main stage all day. We at the beginning of the day, we had our inaugural 24th Annual Tree City USA Award and the first planting of the day, which is always fun to come for.
One of the things that distinguishes this event from other events is this is a zero-waste event.
It's true, it is zero waste, so nothing gets thrown away in the trash can. We have recycle bins and compost bins here. All vendors know that what they bring in must go out in either a recycle or a composted manner.
So talk about some of the vendors that we're seeing today.
We want to thank our presenting sponsor, the SEV family of water suppliers. They're here giving away information on drought tolerance plants, how to save water, and they have some cool displays of how much water goes into a hamburger and how much water it takes to bring into the ground. So they have some very interesting information and displays at their booths. We also have a lot of solar booths, a lot of health booths, as well as activities for kids. We have free ladybugs. You can plant your own garden, make a recycled craft.
We're having one of our most popular events here in Santa Clarita. It's our annual Earth Arbor Day, and we're very excited about it. We get thousands of people that come, and they bring their children, which is a remarkable experience for kids, especially those for the first time, and they keep coming back. But today we're celebrating our 24th win of a Tree City USA, as well as the fact that this is our 25th year to do this event. And I think it's just a fabulous acknowledgement of the fact that Santa Clarita really cares about the beauty and the environment health of their community, as well as trying to take a proactive step on what we can do to just basically make the environment around our planet better by learning, teaching our children, planting trees, and learning the proper care of the trees.
Now, we just saw you a few moments ago, along with Councilmember McLean, planting a tree. What do you see when you look at the kids' faces when they see that process?
Most of them, it's a brand new experience, and it's kind of awe-inspiring, and they're just looking at like, oh, and there's this tree, this big plant, and they've never seen that done that way before. But we just planted a 24-inch box tree, and this is new for them, and I think a lot of them will come back with their kids later and say, I helped plant that tree. And I think that's a remarkable concept for our kids in our community, because we try to integrate their knowledge and their understanding sustainability and how they impact it and what they can do. So it's tactile, and they learn and they share and they grow with that, and they make future generations better.
So right now I am joined with Susan Nelson, Urban Forestry Supervisor. Susan, what do we have going on today?
Today we're having Earth Arbor Day, an event that we do every year to celebrate trees and the earth. We have earned our 24th Tree USA Award, and we were celebrating that as well.
So what are the different kinds of trees that people can get?
People can get a variety of evergreen and deciduous trees. We have over 13 varieties of trees that they can pick up.
And about how many, I'm going to put you on the spot, about how many trees do we plant as a city every year?
We plant thousands of trees every year, probably close to 2,000 trees every year.
Okay, and we see a lot of families around, and this festival seems like the perfect opportunity to teach children about plants and about plant life.
Yes, it is. It's a great opportunity to teach children about trees and what they give back to the environment and how they can help future generations.
So right now I am on a piece of open space property that the city of Santa Clarita just purchased along with funding partners. It's 302 acres near the I-5 and Newhall Pass. It's called Gateway Ranch. Earlier today, Mayor Lorraine West held a ribbon cutting ceremony.
1, 2, 3.
Today is the most monumental landmark day for open space preservation and purchase of land we have had in the history of the city. It's just a monumental day. So what we have is we've purchased Gateway Ranch, and this is the piece of land that was pivotal to reconnecting the Santa Susanas and the San Gabriels. And as you can see behind me, it is very natural oak woodlands. We have every form of wildlife here, from the little smallest to bear and mountain lion and bobcat and probably even badger. And this is the piece that will bring the Newhall Pass back together so that we have the biodiversity and the linkages that will permanently allow us to have a healthy ecosystem here in the valley. Well, the open space district that our citizens passed gave us the matching fund sources to work with other agencies, and we were very fortunate today. Key leadership from Trust for Public Lands. I don't think without Trust for Public Lands we could have gotten this project completed, and they have just been an awesome partner, and we very much appreciate them. We also had funding through Supervisor Mike Antonovich from the Open Space District that the supervisor had from his funds, and we've had support working with the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy. So there is just an amazing amount of multi-agency work here. Some of it, and there's other funds too. So that's not all, but it's been a multitask agency effort. It's been long. It's taken 10 years to get to this day. You are now looking at native California in the heart of what was the mountain range that basically separated Northern California from Southern California. And just a mile to the south west of us here is Beals Cut, where mule teams had to get through and get people over the hill, that little tiny cut that got them through. But when the freeway went through, we bifurcated the mountains, and this is that attempt to put it back together. So, monumental day, and I am so proud to have worked with all these agencies and legislators and our staff and their staffs and our public who is committed to the vision. Santa Clarita residents had a vision, and today we're creating the beginning of the finality of that vision, dream coming to reality.
In 2007, voters from the city of Santa Clarita voted in the Open Space Preservation District. Since then, the city of Santa Clarita has bought literally thousands of acres of open space to be preserved for future generations. Here to talk to some of the technology that has enhanced some of that open space experience for residents is Tom Riley with the city of Santa Clarita. Tom, can you talk about, first of all, the open space acquisitions, what residents are able to enjoy because of those?
Sure. What the city has done since that time is taken the money that's collected annually and purchased properties throughout the valley, whether you're on the east end of the valley or the south down by Ellsmill Canyon. Some of those we've been in partnership with other agencies such as Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy and other agencies. So all told, to date, we have right around 8,000 acres that have been preserved throughout the valley, mostly on the perimeter, creating this green belt all the way around Santa Clarita.
And this property is preserved in perpetuity for future generations. The city is not able to build anything or develop it at any point, but it's also meant for the residents to enjoy. And I know that the city has been making enhancements to the areas, so it makes it a little bit, made some amenities for residents.
Yes, that's right. In the last 3 or 4 years, we've opened up some of these areas with some basic access improvements. If you come to many of them you'll find a kiosk with the map showing where you can go, the relative steepness of the trails, the length of the trails. So you'll kind of know what you're getting into for maybe the novice hiker. But we also have people that are running and doing hooking some of these different open spaces together to put together quite a long hike. As far as some of the other improvements, we've added trails, cleaned up trails. We've turned roads into more nature trails by kind of regrading them a little bit. We've added bridges over some creek areas where needed. Benches along the way, some fencing just to guide people if there's a decision to make along the trail and we want to try to guide them back onto the safest location, as well as a few overlooks with some information about what you might find in that given area.
So certainly we've done some physical improvements, but we've also have some technological enhancements, if you will. And one of those is hikesantaclarita.com, which people can go and they can see pictures and they can see trail maps. But I notice you're holding your phone because recently we also added another improvement.
That's right. There's a new hiking app, and it is obviously just for brevity. It's kind of the hiking application, but it will work for any trails in the city, whether you're a bicyclist, mountain bicyclist, equestrian, or a hiker or a picnicker for that matter. And what our technology services group has been able to do is take the digital maps of the city, identified the boundaries of each of our open space areas, then they have traced in the field the actual trails like the one we're standing on. So it's in the system, accurate to within a very small tolerance. And then what that enabled them to do is then develop this application which will locate you on a given open space, any of the open spaces, any of the trails throughout the city, whether it's a bike trail or hiking trail or what have you.
And the great thing that I think about that the app allows you to do is it allows you to explore. So you can get on the app, you can get in your car, and you can go explore different locations for the city's open space for you to enjoy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it gives you a little more confidence knowing, where you are within that open space area. Many of our areas, such as East Walker, are connected to both Clarita Canyon, which is a county and state hiking area that's very popular, as well as right across the way is Golden Valley Ranch, which is another 900 acres. So, between those three, we have probably about 1,400 acres of uninterrupted and connected hiking. With this app, you might enjoy a short hike and then realize, wow, there's a loop over across the way, and we may want to add that to our next journey out here. I might add, too, that this has caught on with the hiking club, some of the bicycling clubs. I understand just today I was talking to the manager of technology services, and it's had like record numbers as far as downloads in the first week, over 1,000. And these groups, some of which the Santa Clarita Hiking Club, take educational trips out here. They do interpretive things, much like you would find at Towsley or at Clarita Canyon. Yeah, and sometimes in Towsley is very popular. It's you get there and you're passing, if you're going one direction on a trail, you're passing one person about every 30 seconds sometimes on the weekend. This is a place where you mentioned, you can go, and the app will probably change this a little bit, but I'm sure not too dramatically. You can go kind of explore and experience a little bit more of something that's brand new to you, but also not, you don't have to share it with as many people. Yeah, I think today's an example. We've been to 2 open spaces, and we've seen a couple cars in each parking lot and a couple hikers, and it's beautiful. Some people like the comfort or the idea that there are crowds and that they can kind of have strength in numbers. This is a little bit more wild, so we encourage you on our website and on the app to bring water, bring sun protection and all that, because this is a little bit more wild than you might experience over at Towsley. Okay. Tom, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're out there, you're looking for a new experience, new place to hike, grab your smartphone. It's only an app away. For more information, go to hikesantaclarita.com.
Right now, I'm along McBean Parkway, where earlier today, the City of Santa Clarita held a ribbon cutting for the expansion of the McBean Bridge and trail additions.
My pleasure on behalf of the City of Santa Clarita and the City Council to be here with you to celebrate an awesome completion of an amazing project McBean Bridge expansion.
Mayor Lorene West and members of the Santa Clarita City Council, representatives from Metro, members of the SCV Bicycle Coalition, and other dignitaries gathered to celebrate the completion of the project, which costs approximately $9 million, with funding coming from both Metro and the City of Santa Clarita. Project manager Hoon Han talked about the improvements.
Well, the project included the widening of the west side of the bridge. We added number 4 lane southbound and also the Class 1 trail on the west side. And that actually made the connection from the trail on the north side of McBean to the south side. And also we actually added a trail underneath the north side of the bridge. And also there were 3 phases to the project. And the second phase actually was the construction of the barrier on the east side of the bridge separating the pedestrians and traffic. And the last phase, the phase 3, was the median landscaping, raised median landscaping, and also the overlay for the project.
Mayor Lorene West talked about how the construction of the project was possible and some of the benefits for the community.
We were very fortunate to get a $3.7 million grant from Metro, and we're excited that we were able to bring this to our community. Not only does it serve our needs to get to work and to get to wherever we want to go on the surface in town in our cars, it also accommodates our recreation for our kids and our families on their bikes or roller skates or whatever they're on. So this is just an awesome, exciting day.
Hi, I'm Lauren Sapa with This Week in Santa Clarita, and today I'm standing next to Hart Park, where the City Council held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Old Town Newhall Roundabout. On Thursday, January 23rd, the Santa Clarita City Council hosted a ribbon-cutting event to celebrate the new single-lane roundabout project, which accommodates commuter and emergency vehicles, pedestrians, and cyclists traveling in and out of Old Town Newhall. Benefits of the new roundabout include a safer route compared to traditional intersections, fewer vehicle and pedestrian collisions, reduction of the average delay time during rush hour traffic, less fuel consumption, and air pollution, and improved aesthetics. Mayor Lorene West talked about the event.
Today is a combination of years of work to open the roundabout, which accommodates the traffic flow safely for the 21st century, so we can have our Old Town. So we're very, very excited to see this happening. Metrolink was part of it. They put in funds and help with design and the work effort, and so is Caltrans. And this is a great day for Old Town Newhall.
Now, this new roundabout is going to improve Old Town in how many ways?
It accommodates the traffic flow continuously. We will not be backing up into the railroad tracks, and allows us to facilitate events and keep the commuter traffic moving, and allows the traffic to be slow-paced in downtown Newhall.
Hayden Scott, Deputy Director of LA County Parks, talked about the partnership between the City of Santa Clarita and LA County.
This project was linked to the improvements that we did here at Hart Park, and in order to make it work, we had to kind of synchronize our work, and we had to, in terms of the architectural approach that we took, we tried to keep it the same, using similar materials, same kinds of treatments. So when you're visiting the park or you're walking down the street, it's a kind of a seamless experience. We wanted it to be kind of all blending together, and I got to say that it worked, I think, really well, and it was a real pleasure to work with the city, so we appreciate that.
Here we are in Old Town Newhall, where earlier today the City of Santa Clarita and partners hosted a ribbon cutting commemorating the grand opening of the Santa Clarita Business Incubator.
I wanted to say welcome. Thank you all for being here. 57 years ago, standing on this spot on the exact same date, which is ironic, this was dedicated as the Newhall Library. We're partnering with the College of the Canyons, the Small Business Development Center, and our business community. It's a business incubator. Who knew this would be so exciting for Santa Clarita?
Today we're at the ribbon cutting for the City of Santa Clarita's new business incubator, which we're very excited about. It's going to be home to 4 different entrepreneurial companies that are locating here and hoping to be successful and grow into bigger businesses here in Santa Clarita. Well, we provide a space for these businesses, and then also with partnership with College of the Canyons, we provide resources to them. So help starting their business, marketing their business, identifying their customers. We did a very specific process to locate these entrepreneurs, and we wanted them to be in the creative industries, so technology, film and entertainment, those sorts of companies that that with one or two people with a really good idea can grow very quickly into businesses with 100 employees. And so we hope that they are successful and that they grow into those larger businesses here in Santa Clarita.
Well, again, this is an amazing example of the partnership that the city has with College of the Canyons, and our extreme gratitude to the staff and Diane Van Hook, the Chancellor of COC, because when we do partnerships together, they always seem to come out in an extremely good way for the benefit of the entire community, and this is another one of those examples. It's forward thinking.
Well, it's a rainy day here at the dedication of the Taylor property, which is 114 acres of woodland open space, right adjacent to Ed Davis Towsley Canyon Park. A lot of people here that have been very involved throughout the process, and we're going to talk to some of those who helped make this happen.
This is a monumental day. It's beautiful weather. We've got the rain coming down, and the mountain range behind me, Santa Susana Mountains, is part of the Santa Clarita Woodlands Park, and we just purchased the Lions Canyon Ranch property, known as the Taylor property. We've been working with the owners for several years, and we have now put this in public holding forever. We're really excited, and that 114 acres adds great dimension for not only the wildlife, but for the thousands and thousands of people a year that hike up Towsley Canyon, up into Oak Mountain. And it's a beautiful piece of property and very diverse, and a lot of environmental beauties to look at. So we're excited about this today.
There's some great trail opportunities in there, and we just went through a Rivendell Ranch master plan where we designed additional hiking trails in this particular area. Now we get to go back and revise it and add more trails to it. Rivendell Ranch, our property was about 60 acres. This is 114, so we're really bringing an open space park of about 200 acres to the city residents, and quite frankly to residents throughout the entire valley. So this is a really critical link in a trail network, not just for people, but also for animals and lots of different things. It's a significant addition to the city's greenbelt system.
This is really an outstanding coup by the city to acquire this property that's immediately to the north of Towsley Canyon. We knew we had synergistic purposes and visions for the Santa Clarita Woodlands in total, and open space around Santa Clarita in general. And we've always coveted and looked at this property that's immediately to the north, the Taylor Ranch, or so-called, I guess, the Dukes of Hazzard site. And kind of worried about, what could happen there, would there be an impact on the trails and the open space and the wildlife linkages that we have here in Towsley Canyon. So we salute the city for pulling this off. It's a great deal.
We're proudly now a partner with all these different conservancies, and the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy, as well as LA County's open space money, has pulled together, and some with Trust for Public Land. So we're working with our partners, and we're proud to have the support from our community, because not only do they vote for this, they're getting what they voted for, and that's the best part for all future generations.
I've been living here in the Santa Clarita Valley since 1972, and I know that we have been fighting to save our open space since even before we were a city for many, many years. It is so important for our future generations. I have 6 grandchildren. I want my grandchildren to be able to enjoy open space and clean, fresh air, and that's what we're doing. We're giving it to them, and I am so proud of our city and everyone who's fought so hard.
2014 was another exciting year for the city, and This Week in Santa Clarita was there to capture it all. For the 2014 Year in Review, I'm your host, Esteban Polaris, signing off, wishing everyone happy holidays and a happy new year.